Works. Oh, and I should probably start the game again. Testing 1, 2. Anybody out there? Okay, so seems we have audio, that's good. So hello everyone, we're playing Horizon Zero Dawn, The Frozen Wilds. That is the first and apparently only expansion to Horizon Zero Dawn that they will ever make, which makes me very sad. That said, rumor has it they will it was successful, so they will be making second part, just apparently no expansion. So there's that at least. Alrighty then, so where are we? Okay, we had a mission that we picked up last time, which was about a Banuk hunter that apparently in a friendly battle
there wouldn't be anything left of him for
accidentally killed a Karja, and we were told that our mission objective would be to go here to the Karja camp and talk to them. And you might find this camp slightly familiar if you've seen previous streams, because we were here before. And yeah, it was pretty empty. There was nobody really. Well, the people were there, and like they were saying their idle voice lines and things, but that was about it. So I guess we should get started now and talk to them.
Back again, Huntress?
I was asked to look into the murder of a Karja hunter. What happened?
It's plain as day. A drunk Banuk thug picked a fight with Ruas, struck him down from behind and stole his headdress.
The accused man says that he didn't do it.
You're not going to get anything useful out of the Banuk, whether they talk to you or don't. They gather up like cloaks in a chill wind every time a hunter dies out here. Won't even hand Ruas's killer over for a proper trial.
A proper trial.
To fill his mouth with salt, and hold him up for the sun to consider over days. If it is clement, it may only take his sight, or his wits.
Okay, that's an interesting kind of justice. Putting someone out in the sun to bake with salt, so that means they will dry out even faster.
So other Karja hunters have died in these lands before.
3, maybe 4 in the last few seasons. That's no surprise. This place punishes even the prepared, and many young nobles don't prepare. But usually the snow covers everything, and the bodies are never found. No thanks to the Banuk.
Do you think they're involved?
No. If it's not about their tribe, they don't want to get involved.
In these outlands, even the sun cannot thaw all it touches.
Doesn't sound like you trust the Banuk much.
They're not without their reasons to keep apart from us. 10 years of reasons.
Always the war. The war is over. We made amends, but no. The land never forgets.
Snow and ice keep memory, they say.
It takes time for scars to heal.
You think I don't know that? I still bear the lashes for refusing one of the Mad King's sun priests. I was your age then.
Times of shadow. Times of shadow.
Where did you find Ruas's body?
There's no hunt, girl. Nothing to pick up.
Humor me. I'm a good tracker.
Down the rise to the west, there's a clearing. But a grazer herd couldn't have trampled it better. And if that barbarian gives up Ruas's headdress before they cast him out, let me know. It's valuable.
Interesting. He had a valuable headdress, and that got lost somehow. that kind of sounds like someone else just wanted to have it, and yep, something like that. So let's see where the clearing is, somewhere over there. Let me just, wherever that waypoint is, let me just clear that so it doesn't clutter up and confuse me. Clutter up our screen, I mean. So yeah, how's everyone doing? I hope you folks are
out here.
doing well. I have to say I'm slightly under the weather because apparently I didn't get enough sleep recently.
This is
and
it. Snow's been disturbed a lot, like the huntress said.
And so I felt a little bad yesterday. It's
Yeah,
sort of
so-
okay today, I just hope I'm not relapsing. Okay, so there are blood stains. Mortal wound. That's a little detail about this game that I'm not too fond of, is that you cannot, you know, like go scan and then interact with this blood stain to examine it. You have to get out of the scan first, of the focus. No, I mean, this is an amazing game, but like this is like has a few tiny details that are a bit iffy.
This is where Ruas fell. It does seem that only 2 people fought here. Not looking good for Inatet.
Alright. Let me just turn up my volume. I think for you, I hope the game volume is okay for you. If it isn't, please yell. Because I can control this separately, at least a little.
Need a lead. Focus might find something. That was used for the killing blow. Now here's something. Didn't try to hide the weapon. Question is Inatet the kind of fighter who hits from behind with a tree branch?
Question is, was that a person, or, well, the tree's not nearby?
Lots of leaves and bark scraped off here. When someone pulled out the branch? No. From climbing it. They came through the trees.
Uh-huh. Tree tracks, okay. And we get to do the climby thing again. Whee! Why did it jump down here? I guess I'm just supposed to follow?
Tracks. Heading up to that outcrop.
Alrighty then. More climby bits. Whee! Wing. I'm kind of afraid.
If you were waiting here, you'd have a good view of the Karja camp and the clearing.
Thank you for climbing back down again. I'll enjoy climbing up here a second time, I guess. I'm kind of wondering, because I played Tomb Raider a while ago. The new one, both parts, the first two, whatever those, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and what was the other one called? Anyway, I The problem was that I got killed a lot and eventually lost my interest. And I think this game, difficulty-wise, is easier and has taught me some of the foundational language of games in this style, so it might be worth giving that one another try, and I'm kind of wondering whether that's a good idea or whether I'll just end up frustrated again. Some goats, okay. A turkey and... oh. Is there anything I can hide in? There on the right might be something. Oh, I'm not really hidden here. Oh no, it's seeing me. Okay.
They know where I am.
Come on, let me shoot your eye. Let's just run over and use our spear, I think. Okay, I guess that worked. Whew. Didn't really want to pick a fight. Wasn't there a third one? Yeah, at least the third one. I think we've collected all the loot. Oh, by the way, one thing I did off stream was I got us a new bow. Which gives us hardpoint and oh no, this one I think it was like. So I basically have the better versions of both bows now, like from the Banuk. So like the new that you buy with Blue Gleam. So I just ran around the map and well, first I got what was it? Squirrel or badger something, and for that I was able to buy the map of Blue Gleam, and then I just followed the map of Blue Gleam and searched around the indicated spots to find more Blue Gleam, and so that's why I have better bows now. They're bows that you know, like when you aim it and pull, you see like at the end it suddenly like did an extra click and shows these little, well, let's see if I can make them more obvious here, like these little lines at the sides, and so that means that it's now gonna hit even harder if I shoot. Let's follow this track then. Oh yeah, and by the way, that comment on how I don't like that I have to switch out of the focus before I can do something.
A dead end? Can't be.
So yeah, that's normal for my streams, by the way. So if you're new to the stream, I like to comment on game design issues and on you know, like details that I like, and I mean, for example, here, like this game is incredibly beautiful, and you know, just look at the sunlight and things like that. I also like these tracks. They're kind of like these shapes of like who is walking there, kind of add like a making it more normal. Like it's the same basic shape, I think, every time. They have a few missions in which you're following a cart instead, and then there is a cart instead of a human in that highlighted area. But I guess we can search here if we find anything. Can't be. Ah, someone lives here, it seems. And there's more tracks. Okay.
Covered this over.
Clear the path. I think I know how to do this. Oh,
What are they trying to hide?
explore the area. It's a secret spot.
Karja armor. This looks bad.
So apparently someone lives there who likes to take revenge on Karja. And I guess we're supposed to climb up there, which is okay, I guess. If we can find some climby bits.
Deed is done. Another Karja test. A life for a Karja life.
Ah, here's a climby bit, okay. So I hope that was audible on stream. Well, I guess you got the subtitles.
Someone's here!
Not Banuk. Then she won't be missed.
She's coming for us!
Whoops. Why is my armor not... Oh. My armor is dropping out. That's not good. Wait. Let's go in the menu. Inventory. Outfits. And switch to something. Okay, so the shield weaver is dropping out here, which is weird. So I guess let's take this one. And then... Okay, we got you, I guess. Oops. Where are you? Up there, okay. They're pretty good. A lot better than the other ones. Come on.
Gonna get you!
Get him. Ah, okay. I wasn't supposed to quite get him. it's healing. I forgot that this Banuk Chieftain armor actually has some auto healing as well, just slower. And like mainly out of combat, I guess.
I'd have to ditch something.
I have everything, anything that I need to craft. Yeah, a bunch of things, but let's see. Okay, oops, those are all okay. And I guess we're full on Blaze. So I guess we'll talk to him. Wait, let's first loot his friends. There has to be time for loot. I mean, really, can't just leave that. Waste not, want not, you know? Alright. And grab a few medicinal plants while we're there.
Think of summer sun. Breeze through the trees.
No other plants here. That's a pity. I wonder if there was supposed to be like a better way to get here, like if I could have come from this other side or something, could have done this a little more tactical, because it didn't look at all like I had, like they just started shooting at me, so, but I don't know, maybe I could have taken cover and snuck around. So let's talk to you.
You've been killing Karja. And for what? Revenge for the war?
Who gets to declare that one tribe no longer hates another? I'll tell you, not the ones who fought, not the ones whose songs are silenced, like my kin.
For what you did, another Banuk has been sentenced to certain death. What about his song?
That's why you followed us. For that punch-drunk idiot Inatut. Fate is sharp today. They've already let him out to face his exile. Let's see who the cold claims first.
I need to go after Inatut. But I should find some more evidence first.
Okay, so now this area is probably... Ah, the headdress.
Newer than the rest. Must have belonged to Ruas. So it was a Karja soldier's. Not that it's any excuse. Did they keep any clothes from their victims? This Karja gear's not warm, but if Inatut's naked on a snowfield, he'll take what he gets. Okay, time to get moving.
So that's what this is for. Getting back, I guess. Okay. Let's see where we can get and if we can save him. Okay. This is a nice house, by the way. Oops, I think there were some machines in this area. There. I It's not, but maybe, who knows what will happen. Let's collect a few plants while we're here. Ah. There are the broadheads that I was thinking of. Okay. So let's try to get past them without them being too alarmed.
Need them
And
soon
head out.
enough.
Let's see what this will be. So far this has been a... oh. Comparatively... yeah,
Just like in the cauldron.
oh crap. I don't want to fight a fire claw. Really, I don't. Can I cut this short, maybe? Nope, I don't have any quick travel points unlocked here. But here is the... yeah, this is one of the fire claw missions. Great. I don't really want to do that right now. I don't think I'm prepared for that. Three tramplers and a fire claw. What could possibly go... well, everything, in fact. Oh, that's not good. Please don't spot me. Don't want to be spotted. Okay, campfire. Oh. I think we're not gonna try to save at this campfire because I'm not sure I can sneak up to that. Maybe I can. The problem is, you know, what would be safer? Going to the campfire so I am saved, or I think I'll risk it. Nah, I'll let it be. At worst I can use it to fast travel, but right now I'd rather go up here and see if I can help that guy. Not really looking forward to fighting all those fire claws. I don't think it's something I'm feeling up to today, but it will have to be before I end this expansion. Oh, birdie. Bit confused. These waypoints kind of seem to be twisting and turning around. Well, there don't seem to be any climby bits. Don't think this one is intended to be. Nope, I'm not supposed to be climbing on that on the way up, I guess. Oh, wrong one. No. That worked, okay. Almost. Crap. Ah, okay. I guess it died. Finally.
This would take someone if you wanted to lose them forever. I'm not getting
Wait.
up that frozen waterfall. Maybe along the sides?
Yeah, you're on the right. There seem to be climb bits, but there seems to be, sound-wise, there seems to be another bird somewhere. Well, let's just wait until my health has recovered.
Feels like if I blink, my eyes will freeze shut.
I don't really like this sound. I guess let's go up here. There's a watcher here. Let's get up here then. The snow is making it really hard to make out things. I hope it's I think it looks a little better for you on stream. Compression might you know, oops, fuzz out the snow a little bit. Okay, I guess I dropped down here and sound. Doesn't make me too happy. I guess we'll probably have to. Oh, these are probably just glint hawks. So my guess is that loud sound is probably the, what is it? The other bird, the large one. Oh. Oops.
I can get out of this.
Where is the bird? Up there. Okay.
Stay down!
Okay, we froze him with his own ice breath. Oh, come on. Let me turn into it. Okay. Gotcha. It's always
Halfway
a little
there.
annoying. They fly like higher up and suddenly you can't aim high enough. I mean, you know, theoretically a human should be able to, you know, like lie down and shoot up or whatever, you know, it shouldn't really be a limit. Should there? I guess you'd have to limbo back or backwards or something.
Can't carry more.
Oh, let's refill the arrows here. And I could probably try one of the other arrows, but let's see, we can climb up here, so let's see where our Inutata, or whatever his name was, where he went. Okay, we're supposed to walk up there, which means we can probably get the other Glinthawk we shot down? No. Okay, I guess that was elsewhere or has already despawned.
Mixed feelings about that.
That was nice. That branch is frozen solid. I have mixed feelings about that. Yeah, on one hand that means, you know, it's not, you know, like rotting and falling down under us. On the other hand, it's slippery and icy.
Inatut! Inatut! Maybe he found shelter? I hope he found shelter. Behind the rock.
Okay, let's see if we can get there. Got a boar.
The Nora girl? Is it really you, or has the bone chill got through my skull?
I found the real killers. No one else has to die because of this. Take these.
A dead Karsh's close. Haven't I been beaten down enough? But I won't argue.
Why do I suspect there will be...
Thought I saw my ancestors. They said, we're
Oh,
surprised
no.
you ended up here.
That sounds...
Better hurry. Machines.
Of course. Big ones from the looks of it. Oh, wait.
Don't pull your punches!
Punches are a little pointless. Oops.
You think you're tough?
Okay. Oh, I think there will be more. Oh god. Oh. This isn't fun. Oh, out of ammo. That's not good. Change weapons. Okay, quick in the menu. I know it's a mean trick. And craft new ammo. Oh, don't have enough sparkers, that's not good. And we don't have enough blaze. Do we have any boxes? Nope. Oh, that's not looking good. To when I run out of this blaze. Of course there's ice everywhere. Oh crap, again. Yes, good. Come on, run over that. Soon I'll be out of health. Button. Just too fast. Okay, let me plant another bomb and get them to run over it. Where are you? On. Yes, okay, maybe I can get you now. Okay, one down. One to go. ammo. Shoulders look interesting. No, no, no. Ooh. Oops. This one is... No, no. How do I get away from there? Oh, the machines, especially the dishwasher. It's looking at us as cute.
Two meet in battle.
Oh no. That's not looking good. All this healing and switching to traps again. Thank you. Jeez, that was a bit of work. And again, I'm reminding everyone who thinks this was easy. Yeah, I'm playing on easy. So if you want more difficulty, there's about 4 more difficulty levels that you could play. So that means if you're actually skilled at games like these, different from me, then that's totally an option. Anything? Oh. I guess I have to recycle some stuff in my inventory. Resources. Let's see, what do we want to recycle? Some more. Let's see if that's enough. Okay, we've got the small machine core. Whatever you have on offer. Do we have everything? Oh, that's shock wax. Well, I wonder, like, all these fights feel like there should be a way, you know, like to jump into cover and not be seen or something like that. But sadly I can't figure it out. Like, you know, just...
I can't spare the weight.
At what point to push which buttons and where the cover would be.
Now that was a fight.
Your trial's over. It was other Banuk who killed that man. Killed him because he was Karja.
You know why I took the first swing at him? He challenged the honor of the Banuk. The honor. That's what I thought.
Come on. Let's get you back.
Once I'm off the mountain, I'll find my own way. I need to... think. It's not something I'm used to. Who knows what could happen.
I'll see you at town then. You had better make it. All right?
I give my pledge.
So by Banuk law, if Inatut survives, he's forgiven. But I want to prove to his chieftain that he wasn't guilty in the first place.
guess we go back to them. It's probably down to the city, so we probably don't need to walk all this way. Yeah, we can just fast travel. Good thing too. So yeah, that was an interesting fight. That was, like, in the beginning, I hope I didn't say that out loud. I kind of felt like, this feels like a lot shorter and simpler mission with a lot less combat than I would have expected from this. But then of course they kept heaping it on. Like at first, like the hunters were still fine. But the machines in the end got more and more, so that was an interesting build-up. But I mean, it totally makes sense for the world that things like this would happen. And I mean, they won't, like if they put him out in the snowy wastes somewhere, of course that would be an area where nobody else is, so that chance of survival is relatively low. So I get I totally get that they, like that would be an area that would be overrun by larger machines as well. Let's do a quick save here and see where is the person we're supposed to talk to. Here.
Initut told you the truth. This is the headdress stolen from the murdered man. You'll find more in a ravine north and west of here, along with the bodies of the killers.
The exile still served its purpose. He was guilty of our suspicion. Fate has fallen like snow, and should Initut return, he will be absolved.
You can't be serious.
He speaks for the Warwick, my Nora friend.
You look ridiculous. If you would return to my Wirrak, you will behave as a Banuk does.
How does a Banuk behave, my chieftain? Like I did? Accepting a sentence for a crime he did not commit. Or those others who killed in cold blood for crimes that their charge of victims did not. I think what I wear will not make me more or less of a Banuk.
For his own sake, it would be wise for him to think less. Nora, friend.
I'll talk to him. But not for you.
I think we've brought a tiny bit of change, and I hope it's not gonna bite him in the ass. He at least seems to be... like this was the guy who was a very... like, he was always getting into brawls, and that was what he was there for, He was the guy who won all the contests for his Warwick, so his tribe within a tribe, if you will.
I defied my chieftain's will, spurned my Warwick.
How are you feeling?
As if I've been pounded in the guts. I could just keep walking, but when my anger has thawed, it will leave me with nothing. Where else would I go?
You can decide for yourself what it means to be a Banuk. It might not be what the chieftain and the shaman tell you. Whether you stay with this Warwick or find another...
I'm better with decisions like, do I start with the left or the right?
There's more to you than your fists, Initut. That's why I believed you.
It was my chieftain who taught me honesty. Said, a Banuk should not be treacherous when the ice is treacherous enough. I'll sit with my bruises for a time, then talk with her again. As for you, Nora girl, will you accept this gift? A little scrawny weighed against the great boon you gave me, but
I'm honored. Thank you, Inatut.
It's a little, I guess, they expected me to find this mission earlier? I don't know. Because, you know, he calls her Nora girl, and really... Or is it? The thing is, we've been chieftained here for a while, due to various plot reasons. So it kind of seems weird. That wouldn't be addressed. So that seems odd. Okay, let's see, which is the next quest? Finding the hunters. Okay, that was, as a reminder, a group of young Banuk hunters have banded together, seeking to pay their way out of their homelands and find new opportunities in the West. So those, what is his name, Bergerend, the trader we met at the beginning, who, isn't very successful here because they, apparently, the Banuk don't like buying from strangers much.
Between my teeth.
And so, he like gave them equipment in return for them hunting a few machines and bringing him the items, basically. And they're not very good at the scavenging parts from machines once they've hunted them. Apparently because, like, for the Banuk, usually you have a whole Werak hunting, and that means you have hunters and you have a shaman who will actually scavenge the parts, and they don't have a shaman. And so, that's what we had here. Okay, that's a bit to run, so we can probably just go to the campfire. Oh, there are scorchers here. So yeah, and so he hasn't heard from them in a while, and we're not quite sure whether he's just worried about his investment or also worried about the people. He kind of, Aloy kind of made it sound to him like it was more his investment, and he kind of said, well, can't it be both, you know?
Something tells me those are Bergren's missing hunters.
What are Bergren's missing hunters? Oh, so 3 at the campfire here. That's not good.
I don't suppose you 3 know an Osram and Song's Edge called Bergren, do you?
Boys, that con artist sent an errand girl to collect what's owed to him.
I'm nobody's errand girl. Bergren asked me to help harvest parts. Or would you rather keep trying to sell him broken junk?
Broken junk? This pack will be on the move soon. No time to argue. If she's offering to help, we should accept it.
Fine. We're about to take down these machines. If you're so eager to help, then lead the way.
Okay. That escalated quickly. So, it doesn't actually say here. Huh. Originally he told us, like, oh, I need these parts especially. Bring me those, so I guess that will be at some point. Oh, can I craft enough parts now? I should probably fill up all the ammo I can. of blaze anymore. Well, let's see if we can get them to decimate each other first.
They're scanning for me.
Oh, they're demonic, so I can't. That's not good. Oops. So let's look if we can't use something else then.
You're not gonna be the one to stop me.
Hello. That wasn't good. Okay, I kind of hoped those arrows would be doing more harm. Okay, one down. Of course. Should have tried to stealth it. Really, I should have. At least they're not, the tower isn't working anymore. I really need to. Oops. And whoops. Can I be slightly invisible? Is that possible?
Now they're hunting me.
Wrong button. Again. But at least it works to be hiding. I can hide enough. Okay. Oops. There's another one, that's not good. Oh, how did he know I was in here? Come on. Oops. It's not really good. Okay.
Don't know what business this is of yours, Outlander.
I guess that wasn't really skilled combat, but at least we got it done.
All right, Outlander. You want to talk about our deal with Bergrind? Let's talk.
Is that the last of them? I was just getting warmed up.
Okay, do we have everything? I think there were a few more broken ones up there, wasn't there? Is that near? That looks a bit like the first spot. No, but that didn't have a lake.
Can't be too prepared.
There's a medicinal plant at least. Where? Oh, I think on the other side of the lake was... What is that? Oh, just the people. Okay. Are there a few more? Where did the machines go that we took down? There. Huh. Either they despawned or I'm slightly disoriented. Which side of the lake we were on. There's a lot of cover over here. Oh, where was the campfire? That's probably a good... Oh yeah, here, okay. Scavenge as much as we can. We've got everything. Okay, let's talk.
That's done. You three are pretty handy in a fight.
Thanks, I guess. Not that we needed your help. We are doing just fine without you.
That's not the way Berggren tells it. He says you tried to settle up with him using a shattered Thunderjaw heart.
What? That's an exaggeration. It was only broken in two.
Urkai, we don't have time for this. Come on, boys, back to the hunt. We still need 2 more of Berggren's components.
What's the rush?
We want out of these lands as soon as possible. That's all you need to know.
So this Thunderjaw heart you brought Berggren.
Let me ask you this, all right? Why would it matter that the heart was broken into 2 pieces? Can't you just stick it back together?
Of course you can't just stick it back together.
I just meant...
Oh, I bet that scam artist Arsarim could. He just wants to send us on another stupid errand.
Oh, he's not so bad. I like Berggren.
Like him? Tulamat, he sent us out in the snow to nearly die under the feet of a Thunderjaw, and...
Boys, shut up! Ugh! Every time someone brings up that stupid heart.
You thought you just heard Jacob? What did gravity do this time? Jacob? What do you mean, Mel? And good morning, Mel, by the way. Hello. Nice to have you here. Okay.
Why are you leaving the cut?
Well, we could go back to Banor. Let Anacut slit our throats.
By the blue light, Urkai. Why don't you just write our story in the snow for any passing hunter to read? We had a dispute with the chieftain of our old Werak. We thought someone else should have been in charge. He disagreed.
It seemed like a good time to move on, so we're traveling to the Sundom.
Okay, that's where the Karja
From
are.
here to the Sundom. It's a long trip.
Seems worth it. Sometimes survival is about knowing when to leave and where to go.
Yeah, and in this case, survival means us getting as far away as we can from Banor. We've seen enough red snow.
What's the plan once you get there? What will survival be about then?
Look, all that matters is that we get there. And to do that, we need shards. So if you'll excuse us.
I've got the Scorcher Claw Berggren was asking for. That only leaves the Stalker Sinew and the Snap Maw Fang.
You should hold on to it. You're coming along to the next hunt after all, aren't you?
I suppose somebody's got to keep you three out of trouble.
Fine. I guess you'll have to tag along then. But don't start thinking you're one of us. The bloody snowdrifts aren't accepting new hunters.
Bloody snowdrifts? That's what you want to call our Werak?
Yeah, it's not great to tie.
Oh, it's not like your names are any better. You. We're headed northwest, to the ruins near Hollow Hall. We'll be waiting.
One of your companions sounded almost Jacob-like. Oh, okay, the Mass Effect 2 Jacob. Okay, I had lost in my head and was like Jacob, and then that's kind of didn't sound like him. But yeah, the voice seemed familiar. I have to listen for it some more, I guess. Hi Loa, how's it going? Nice bot name, yeah. Have you checked out the icon yet? I took a whole 5 minutes to paste it together. The avatar. Oh, and Mel is less broken. That's good. That's good. I hope that'll keep. I could use some decent streams in my life. And Loa is groggy and just woke. Okay. Need to make breakfast and head out soon. Okay.
I can't feel much of anything in this.
Work. Going to farmer's market. Oh. Bring me a farmer. No, wait, that's not what they sell there, is it? Okay. Then you'll be lurking, Loa. That's great.
Thanks for your help, Huntress.
No, Huntress is DC Comics. That's a different... Never mind. Okay, let's see. Where is the other spot? Here, I guess. Let's quick travel there. Alrighty then. Yeah, this is an interesting story. They, I like it's Star Wars: The Old Republic has stuff like that as well, where it feels like a really human world, and you know, there are in some ways silly problems, but problems, you know, you like see every day that are so real, and it's not all big problems of the world, you know, and it's also not, you know, like it's not trivial problems in the sense that, you know, like in many MMORPGs you kind of are sent, you know, oh, those two don't agree, can you please go and stop them from fighting by finding this nice flower and giving it to one of them and telling them it's from the other or something, and then they'll be friends again or whatever, you know, like some where they're, you know, like having disagreements about trivial things or whatever, and you're just supposed to, you know, like spread harmony in the world, which, you know, is kind of nice, but like for games like these is kind of too simple and also too simplistic in many cases, the solutions for these stories, you know, it's basically Cyrano de Bergerac or something. After Alderaan and SWTOR, all you have to say is Tarkin did nothing wrong. Okay. You may have a point there. Yeah, they're all very, very, well, to put it positively, damn self-absorbed. Oh, that's a snowstorm. Okay, that sounded like there was some huge animal just coming at me or something. I wish you could kind of tell it, you know, highlight health plants for B or something. Oh, a geyser, that's what this sound was. Cool. Oh, there's another tower. Okay, that means I need to switch armor then. I guess that was the idea here, that they that these areas are all around such towers, so that if I haven't cleared them out all, I need to clear them out now, and it'll add a little to the challenge. Okay, so I guess I'll have to sneak down there then.
There's the herd. Everyone ready?
Are you joking? We were born ready. Let's go get them, flaming skulls.
Nope. That's awful.
It is a pretty bad name. Good effort though, Urkai.
Forget it. Let's just go kill something.
So, oh, these red, yeah, over there, we can already see some stalkers, okay. That's not good. Okay, I guess let's be a sneaky snake. Yeah, what I wanted to say is that the people here seem to have, on one hand, like totally normal human problems that work in the world. Useless, yeah, that works too. For the Alderaanians. Wait, what? It's already there? Okay, let's just run through then. Oh. Let's just do it this way then. Oh, and no, of course it doesn't work. Okay, if they're distracting them, then maybe I can go get the tower. Oh, no, come on. Come on! Can't stand here forever. Oops. Okay, we got the tower. At least that one. Then we should be more easily able to deal with those dudes here. Okay, one down. Oh, and you took the others? Ah, one left. Come on, we can do this. They're just stalkers. I think that's what they call famous last words, as my health is down to half. Oh, we've got them, okay. That's kind of nice that the tower was still going.
I don't know about you three, but I feel better. Aloy, did you get that component?
Okay, what else do we have? My health is slowly recovering, that's good. There's
I'll find a use for you.
medicinal plant as well. In case we need some in combat. So let's grab all that stuff. Anyway, and this this band of hunters, they kind of feel a lot like they were runaways, you know, not like, you know, I don't know like how serious what they did actually was, you know, they said they disagreed, but that could just be, you know, oh cool. But you know, the question is like, how bad was it really what they did? You know, are they maybe just running away? you know, from their family, and if we told them that they were here, they would come and get them back. Although, I mean, you know, they did say, you know, he would slit their throats, and that's not quite unheard of in like a hierarchy like this, you know, where it's a lot about survival. Oh, that's fire kiln root, not medicinal plant. Here's one, okay. So I'm kind of wondering, you know, how much of this is what they are, you know, something they really did badly, and, you know, like, whether they really committed a crime, or whether it was more about, you know, them running away and having wild dreams of a grander future, and eventually having to face reality. Okay. Anything we can restore? Craft. Okay, we don't. Blaze still seems to be a hard resource to get by. Okay, so I guess we can talk to them.
That's another part down. One more and you'll have what you need to pay off Bergrand.
Starting to feel real, you know. I'm starting to believe we're really gonna get out of here. Honestly, I wasn't sure we'd survive a week without Nakoni. But here we are.
Who's Nakoni?
Nakoni was... she was a friend of ours. She challenged the chieftain for control of the Werak.
She didn't make it.
No. If you're gonna tell this story, tell it true. She was murdered.
Ooh, murdered. You're just lulling them into a false sense of security by letting them hit you a lot. Yeah, that's my usual technique. Damn it, Mel knows my secret technique. Now I can never surpass Mel as a streamer.
Is this why you left Banor? Because of this business with Nakoni and your chieftain?
Onakut knew Nakoni was our mentor, our friend. We couldn't stay.
That final night, we snuck back to camp, packed what we could, and left.
Like cowards.
What are we to Ty? We are Banuk, aren't we? Survive and prevail. That's what we do.
It's not what she did.
Nakoni challenged the chieftain. Why?
Onikup wrapped himself in power and authority the way some people wrap themselves in furs. If you were willing to fawn over him and sing false songs to him, you might get a spot on the best hunts. The Werak split into two. Those willing to lick the bottoms of Onikut's feet, and the rest of us, waiting for things to get better.
Until Nakoni.
She was the best and bravest of us. She was the one who took a stand.
What happened? How did you lose Nakoni?
She challenged the chieftain to a hunting competition. Onikut, damn him! He wasn't nearly the hunter Nakoni was. But who comes back to the camp after the trial? Onikut, grinning like a snap maw, crowing, "Oh, where's little Nakoni?"
We tracked Nakoni through the woods. Found her not far from the trailhead.
With her damn neck snapped.
I don't want to remember her like that. Sometimes that memory... it's all I can think of.
I'm sorry to Ty. It sounds like she meant a lot to you. To all of you.
Okay, that went into a much darker place than I just assumed. I said, like, oh, it's like a simple but, you know, maybe like very human story of, you know, kids running away from home and their parents and coming and saying, hey, what you didn't really warrant come back, but,
I'm sorry for what you've been through.
It's nice to be heard. Thank you, Aloy.
Look, it doesn't matter, okay? What happened in Banor is buried in Banor. What matters now is what happens in the Sundom. That's where the burning turkeys are gonna make a name for ourselves, right?
Oh, the burning turkeys? Seriously?
It rolls off the tongue.
Sort of like vomit.
So, where to next?
There's a lake just west of here. Seems like a good place to find a snapmaw fang. We'll meet you there.
If you beat us there, just wait by the campfire. We'll be along.
So Mel does have to say that Horizon Zero Dawn does nothing for the suspicion that game artists only create headgear as jokes. Yeah, the Banuk headgear is really fun. Let's see if we can go back into our... Like, I think it's, you know, like, generally like fashion, you know, it's, there's always weird stuff. Oh wait, inventory is where the outfit is to equip. Okay. So let's go to our superhero Nora outfit with the force shield, with the ancient past super technology.
Breath is ice. Before I even breathe out.
Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. Not really any fireplaces nearby. So I guess we'll just run down that road and hope that those... Okay, that's, I guess, the stalkers we just dealt with, I hope. Oh, and you know, we haven't called a horsey in a while. It's weird that they, that the controls are so different from walking. Like, yeah, you use the left stick to control the direction, but for running or something, you can press oops, where is it? You press the X key. I guess it's because it has several speed settings or something. So usually for running, you press on the left stick. Oops. Oh, there's another tower. That's a good start. Let's see if we can get that tower. Before we deal with the rest, maybe? Oh, but that means I need to change my costume again. Outfits. Okay. Tank controls on the mount. No, not quite. Just like the speed up, slow down is done differently, which is a little weird. And I should probably grab more.
Looks like she beat us to it.
Well, what are we waiting for? Weapons at the ready.
To the hunt, sunshine
Okay.
snowshoes.
No, rejected!
We'll discuss it later.
Okay. Let's see if we get enough time to override it. That was a little finicky.
Getting them back up.
Okay. Oops. I didn't really want to go for a swim. Well, at least you jumped in as I had. Oops. Come on. Whoops. Okay, let's get away from here. No, no, no. Yeah. Whew. No. Oh, 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 oh. Help. Help me. Help. It's beyond me. Help me, mommy. I'll be good, you'll see. Take these snap maws away. Why are you hitting the floor? There's an enemy right in front of you. Here, yeah, that one. I might not have enough health. Recovery drinks for this. Here I can hide. Heal a little bit. Come on. Oh, there's another tower up there. That's why it's going so badly. I overlooked that one. Well, then I guess let's run and get that one then. Okay. Whoops. Don't shoot at me.
How many of these think you...
Let's try this again. And hope that they won't notice me fast enough.
The tower healed it. No, I had that one down.
Whoa, which tower though? Oh no, okay, we've got them. That's nice. Now we only have to get them before they wake up again, which will probably too late. Ah, crap. Just want to get out of this. Come on. Okay, we've got one. Oops. Those birds aren't bad, really. Oops, I should probably get away and heal before I'm dead. Okay. Maybe let's try if we can shoot this one. Oh. Ooh. I'm not here, you're not seeing me. Well, you're dead after that dip. Ah, the cooked geese are actually trying to help. Yeah, cooked geese would be a nice name. We should suggest that. Oops. Nope. Help. Dr. Mommy, please. Okay. Got that one. Okay. Birdie is left. Come on, we can do this, bird.
This is why I sharpened my spear today.
Okay. Suddenly so quiet here. Isn't that elegant? Sliding down the hill while grabbing the loot from it. Okay. There's a bunch of blaze. Well, our inventory is full, I guess. But first grab this blue gleam because it's just right in front of me. I mean, come on. How could you resist? Okay. And so now, let's get to our inventory. And drop a few resources we don't need. Disassemble multiple. Is there any? No, I guess it's manually. Yeah. 100? Okay, all of them. Kind of weird that you can't go, oh, just do all. So many metal vessels. My PC just surprised me by telling me that it has lots of software updates available. That's nice for you, but I'm really more interested in finishing this game if I can. Great, so now we have 2 blaze, but at least we have room for blaze. Collect all the rest of the stuff that's here. Seems to be a little more blaze. These things here. Oh, I guess we killed a few salmon on the way. Okay.
Fresh as it comes.
Fish. Accidentally killed a few frozen fish. Captain Iglo. That means anything to anyone outside Germany. I'm not sure how international that brand is. Like fish sticks brand. It's raining now. What is this? Real life? No, actually it's snowing. It's not raining, so even more awesome. I don't like the time when the winter has come. Frozen lakes and the snow keeps on falling. I might have slightly modified the lyrics because I don't remember how they exactly go. Okay. Let's see if there's anyone else that needs collecting. But yeah, that was stupid starting the fight without realizing that there was a second control tower up on that mountain. So like I went, oh yeah, I've turned out the one. And then why did it repair them again? Oh. Okay, let's see, is there... I guess that was the only blue gleam here. Oh, but there seems to be one more control tower left. Somewhere over there. Is that spot on the map still is a fairly large... Somewhere over there, I guess. That red thing in the distance looks like something slightly corrupted. So we might want to go over there and take care of that as well. Ah, over there. Now you see it. The purple glow above as well that was hidden by the trees. He's here alone.
Let's have a proper goodbye, huh?
There. That's the last of Bergren's parts. Looks like you three are out of debt.
For now. Until Urkai breaks something else.
It was one time!
You make a nice shaman, Aloy. Thanks for lending a hand. Maybe we'll meet you in the Sundom sometime.
Once you get to the Sundom, what then? What's the next step?
We hunt like Nakoni wanted to hunt.
Nakoni had big dreams. A werak in which everyone pulls their weight and takes care of each other. No shamans, no chieftains, no need to pry the power out of anybody's hands.
Sounds like a lot of work.
But worth it, I think. And a fitting tribute to Nakoni. We can become the werak she always wished for.
Mel is being very English about the rain here currently. He goes out and dances in it. Sweden does not get enough rain. I never took the English for people who dance in the rain. Like, I know, you know, like they're used to it, but I was thinking they would more, you know, like just suffer it in quiet, basically. So calling that very English is a new thing to me. Maybe I'm more English than I thought, because I actually like rain, although it's... Sadly, the last couple of days it's been nice and cool, and now it's already sunny outside again, which, yeah, like until Wednesday the temperature will go up to, I think, 29 degrees here again, and then it will be a little rainier and cooler again. Loa thinks Sweden gets enough rain. Only there was a drought recently. As a Brit, Sweden is a really dry country. Hey, couldn't you override any of those alligators and use it as a mount? Nesega, hi. That sounds like a... yeah, that would be fun. Sadly, there's only a few ones that you can actually use as mounts. You can override some of the others as well, but of course you have to sneak up on them, which in and of itself is not quite easy. With more... aggressive animals or machines. Yeah, so sadly you can't ride a snapmaw as far as I remember. Although I haven't managed to override, like only in Breath of the Wild did you actually get the ability to override a snapmaw, I think. Or did we? I don't actually remember which ones. No, I think it was the new ones. Well, no, I think the snapmaws we just learned like as the last or something. So I haven't really had any opportunity to override snapmaws. I did override a bellowback once, which are these huge ones that spit fire. So that was interesting to see like one going after the other. Hi Maloki, how's it going? So Mello loves the rain, although you have been out in a real monsoon when in Bangkok, and normal rain is just nothing after that. Yeah, I remember, God, that must have been like 15 years ago or something. I was still in school. Um, where I walked home from school and it started raining really hard, and it was, I think like it might have started pretty okay, but you know, like I never really minded, um, you know, walking through rain, and so I just kept walking, and at the end, like about 2/3 throughout the way, um, after it had, you know, like rained cats and dogs, suddenly the rain turned into hail, and that was the point at which I went, okay, maybe I should take a bus after all. So I can really enjoy a proper rain, and it was, I have had few rains that were so strong. You know, like it's only like, it was basically for, I don't know, it must have been half an hour or something, because that's how long it took me, usually takes me took me for that way. Um, so the rain, um, yeah, so like if you have like a sudden downpour, you know, like you sometimes, I don't know, we've sometimes had that in summer. Like I remember in like going you know, to an outdoor swimming pool, like a public pool, whatever you call that in English. Um, and you know, like everyone was lying on the lawn in the sun and kind of, and then there was this sudden rain, and like everyone just ran under the trees for cover and like wrapped up their stuff in their blanket and just lugged it along so it wouldn't get soaked. And then they stood under the tree for maybe, you know, like 5 minutes, and then the rain was over, and everyone just went back, and you were dry in a moment, you know. And it was that strength of sudden rain, just constant for a while, and that's really, I love that, definitely. And Nesega, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If not, feel free to let me know how to do it. Um, you can't really override, like you don't have the time to override them mid-fight. They will just turn around and attack you usually, you know, and it takes a while to override something. I mean, you saw it in, like when I did these towers, when I just did them, you know, like there, I was interrupted sometimes by machines attacking me. And like it takes a while for such an override to go through, so usually if you are sneaky, you can do it. Oh, and Lua made Malo keep breakfast. Good, good, good. Good work. What was for breakfast? Yeah, this game is wonderful. Like especially like story-wise, the writing is really good, and you know it's Sony. It's one of Sony's studios, so it's AAA. It's done really well. You have the art style is, as you see, fairly realistic, but it's just stylized enough that it feels real to you, but it doesn't really feel creepy. I mean, like, if I let her stand like this, of course, then it starts to feel creepy because you can see the loop, and there's nothing really for her to react, and she's just waiting. Maybe I'm slowly, like, seeing this, I'm slowly beginning to understand why Bethesda put in Fallout their this thing where if you wait for a while, the characters that you're talking to, that you see, will actually talk at you and go like, hello, are you still there? Hello, will you answer? Come on, I need to be somewhere, things like that. So yeah, but Horizon Zero Dawn is a wonderful game. Like if you have, like if you're thinking about getting a PlayStation anyway, you know, get that game for it. It's really good. And it has, you know, difficulty settings that let, you know, people like me who are mostly about the story turn down the difficulty, but you know, like it's fine grained enough that you can, you know, have a bit of a challenge still, and you know, just feel as challenged as your abilities allow. So I'm learning a lot here, but since I'm fairly new to console gaming, you know, I've only had this console like since the beginning of the year. And also the that I'm generally fairly new to playing computer games that aren't, like LucasArts adventures or something like that, point-and-click adventures. That means that, this lets me switch it easy enough that I can still figure out how all the things work and learn how to play games like this while, having fun and feeling challenged. And it's not just, like, dumb it down, just make every battle, just shoot everyone once and they fall down, and there's 3 enemies in every battle, and that's it. And there's some strategy involved, there's some stealth involved. So it's a good combination. Oh, you got scones for breakfast. Sounds good. Pastry. Okay, Mel says, this is the new the new Spider-Man, God of War, and Bloodborne make me want a PS4. Damn, my need for food. Damn, my need for food, I guess is what you meant. Yeah. Sometimes it would be nice if you could just say, hey, I spent a couple hundred on food this month. If I did that for a few months, I'd have a new PlayStation. If I just didn't do that. What good is being human? You mean the game, or well, Meloist has... Oh, there's a CD Projekt Red stream on. Okay, so that sounds good. That's totally excused if you want to watch that and aren't paying full attention to this stream here. Yeah, anyway, where were we? Yeah, I'm curious about the game being human. It is on my wish list. Of course, PlayStation also has a bunch of games, that used to be exclusives that have been updated for PS4. So I just got Journey, for example, as a gift. So, looking forward to finally playing that and finding out how that is. And I have Uncharted: The Lost Legacy here, which I also always wanted to play. It looks really good. I've played it a little already. It's fun. And of course, it's a Blu-ray player, so I can finally get Blu-ray discs to watch certain movies on or something. There's a certain 4-hour silent movie that would really look awesome in 4K, or even just in HD on a DVD, and I only have the DVD right now, not a Blu-ray, because I didn't have a Blu-ray player. Anyway, yeah, so for those weird things. The only reason Loa dislikes consoles are the forced updates. You see, my thing with consoles is I think that's actually an advantage. What I like about consoles is that they're fairly low friction. And like most, laptops and PCs these days, you can switch the PlayStation to not turn off, but rather to just go into a sleep mode. And that means most of the time it will, just wake up quickly at night, see if there's any new updates, download them, install them, and go to sleep again. So you won't even notice that anything had to be updated. And I think that's actually good, like it's... different from rumors, like I've written installers, so it's not as if I didn't know that technology, but it's not something that's actually fun to use, and updaters and things. Hi Bones, how's it going? Yeah, so I actually think it's a good thing about consoles that the games just update everything, and that the console updates everything, and also that since the hardware is so limited and the software has to be approved by Sony, like anything that goes on there, you actually, like an update is not as dangerous as on Windows or on a Mac. You know, like on any PC. They have like 5 million configurations, so chances are you have one part in your PC at the least that they might not have tested with. Because there's just so many out of them, and they went like, okay, there's these 3 parts from the same manufacturer, we'll take the most limited one or whatever, or the one with the most unusual extensions on it, or whatever, you know, and test mainly with this one, and then just test parts that we expect to be different with the other chips. And so it's way harder to actually figure out, you know, like, will the software run on all PCs, because there's so many different hardware configurations. And on a PlayStation, that's not a problem. There's 2 PlayStations right now. Maybe, you know, like 6 if you count, you know, like different hard disk sizes and things like that. And maybe, you know, like, do you have the PlayStation camera attached or not, or something. But it's a fairly limited set of configurations that, you know, are easy to QA. So I have much more trust, and I've had much fewer problems with my PlayStation so far. It just, you know, I plugged it in, and yeah, it, like, if you put in a new CD or Blu-ray, a new game disc, then it will download that game. The newest update, of course, because of course the disc was pressed a while ago. But I don't know, like that's about it, you know. It's still faster than Steam, feels like. And also, you know, like, you can just plug it in and let it do its thing, and it just works. I just wish, you know, like, as someone who has only in recent years barely gotten competent using keyboard and mouse for gaming. Like, of course, I have like decades of experience using a keyboard and a mouse, so of course that was my advantage when playing games on PC, that I knew the general movements, that I did drawings with a mouse, so I have the dexterity and the tricks. I know how to like move a mouse slowly, fast, whatever, you know, like how to do fine-grained control, and I just have to practice with that. And with the controller, I feel like both of my hands are tied behind my back, basically. So of course I wish they didn't just support keyboard and mouse for like the web browser and text entry, but like that more PlayStation games actually supported using keyboard and mouse. Like, I've played Overwatch on console, and with the controller, basically I spent most of my time looking at my feet, because I've you know, like, jerk the one that the analog stick that controls the view. But on the other hand, it's all very consistent. Like most games, like, you know, like, it's always the left stick is moving and the right stick is looking, and pressing the left stick is usually running. And then only like what else you can do in a game is maybe not quite as consistent, but I think even the use triangle for most main interactions seems to be pretty consistent in games. So that's good. Okay, let's see what they want to talk about. Okay, we did the Sundom already.
You won't have me to strip your kills now. Are you 3 gonna be all right?
Doesn't look that hard, really. We'll be fine.
Great. He watches 3 successful harvests and he's suddenly a shaman.
When you get to Song's Edge, talk to Bergrand. If he can't teach you himself, he'll know someone who can.
Sure. And I bet he charges us for the introduction.
Thank you, Aloy. I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Did we just shaman-splain them?
I guess this is goodbye. How does it feel, putting Banuk lands behind you?
The only thing I would have missed is already gone.
Let all those rotten Banor suck-ups freeze to death.
That's a little much, Urkai, don't you think? That's strange. What is it to be Banuk after Banur forsakes you? How do we decide who we are? How about you, Aloy? Who do you think we are? What will you remember of us?
I'm always a little hard pressed because like the dialogue choices seem to be very particular, and so far whenever I've chosen like the fighting things, I don't know, that just isn't how I've played Aloy so far. Like, she's a fighter, but you know, I felt it's more out of necessity, you know, she has a goal. Like, she wanted to know who she is, so that's why she fought. That's why she took the contest. That's why it worked for. Why she worked for. What she worked for. Words are hard. I need that command. I'll have to ask FG if she can lend me her words are hard command. And then the ones with the brain always turn out to be much colder than I would expect, so I guess I'll go for the
You
heart.
lost someone you care about. That leaves a wound. The sort of wound a lot of people don't recover from.
Yeah. I've got nothing but scars to show for it.
That's the point. Only survivor's scar. After everything you've been through, you keep going.
We're the Scars of the North.
Scars of the North. Sounds pretty tough, doesn't it?
Thank you, Aloy. It's a good name. One we'll honor.
I wonder if they'll always be, like, if there's a choice here. Like, would they be something else than the Scars of the North? Okay, maybe we should see what's over there and turn off that one while we're here. Because this thing annoys me. There's still the animals around. I don't think they are. Interesting. Hey, tower, all by your lonesome. Would be a pity if something happened to you. Okay. I guess we did that now. Now, what do we do? Do we return to... Oh, that's the... No, Song's Edge. Okay, that's actually still this mission. Good. And let's go there. Yeah, just a lovely, lovely... little story here. I mean, it's sad. I'm getting the feeling that a lot of the stories here are kind of a lot more about sadness and hardship. I kind of think it would be nice to have a few more, not trivial stories, but you know, like less life and death. I mean, we've had in the base game, we've had the two lovers, but that was more first that was also life and death in some way, and then you know it was like someone who'd fallen in with the wrong crowd and things like that. So something like that is kind of yeah, it's just a lot of the stories here have very dire consequences, and I'm thinking it would actually be refreshing to have a few where it's just, you know, a smaller story in the sense of that it's, you know, like, you know, more self-discovery and things like that, and you know, because that mirrors what Aloy is going through, but maybe in an, you know, less dramatic way, just to, it would also help contrast, you know, that Aloy sees like, oh my god, the life she has, and then those people, you know, they only have a little bit and it's easy for her to help them, you know, kind of more like that.
How many great warriors have they ignored? Bergrand, how'd your investment pay out?
Quite handsomely, thanks very much. You know those three crazy Banuk are calling themselves the Scars of the North now? Well, now that I have those parts, I can pay off a debt of my own.
So they've gone south then?
Aye, that they have. I've got a friend in the Sundom by the name of O'Toole. He owes me a favor. Old O'Toole is a machine scavenger, a pretty competent one. So I sent them to learn from the best.
Or at least from the pretty competent.
Well, work with the resources we have. Speaking of which, here, a token of my gratitude.
I've learned from the pretty competent.
Last night, a few of us from different Weraks drank and shared our songs. There's no better way to forge bonds. Some say Sakuli's paintings tell of the past, others say the future. Whichever it is, the work is impressive.
There is a line that must be walked between knowing your worth and overestimating it.
Alrighty then. What quests do we have left and how much time? So let's see, weapons out of the forge. Enter for the lodge. So I think this is where we'll end the stream today. I've run over a couple of times, so I hope you won't feel too bad if I'm ending roughly half an hour early. I mean, the thing I want to do that are left is basically it's the out of the forge. Then we've mostly finished that expansion.
Everything's freezing. The ground, the air.
How do the cliffs need
Me.
fancy colors spread across them?
Everything's freezing. The ground, the air, me. Let's see if there's any exclamation marks left, but I think there's no new missions now. Nope. So yeah, I think this is a good point to end the stream. No, tut tut tut. Yeah. It's, I think I might need another nap before I start work, so it's good if I can finish a little bit early. So thank you all for watching, and tomorrow I guess I'll tackle the fire claws, which might mean collecting a lot more resources.
Can we just leave things alone?
Somewhere. Depending on how I feel the rest of the day, I might, you know, go grab a few, you know, like medicinal plants and stuff here in game, off stream. If not, then I guess we'll have to do that tomorrow in preparation. So bring any conversation topics you want, or questions about this game you have, or a question about, I don't know, game development you have. I'm sad for any of you, yeah, okay, so here, you see this is basically the end of the map. Down there. And if any of you have played, Assassin's Creed Origins, I love how they indicate the end of the map there. What they do there is that instead of walking up to something that it tells you, you know, like,
Oops.
oh, wrong way, or can't enter or something, which, you know, kind of takes you out of the game. What they actually do is just, the character keeps moving off into the distance, but the camera stays at the edge of the area. You can see that in only very few areas because most of the map is just one huge thing. And you could just, walk through and everything's fine. But in the scenes in the present, you can kind of see that. Because those are just, like small locations and not like the entire world. And that's really cool because, on one hand, like, since the camera doesn't move, you kind of get the feeling I can't go there like I normally can. But it's much more subtle and than a big message say you can't go that way. And I think only if you, like, walk to the very edge of the map with your character, with the where they are kind of like tiny off in the distance, it will actually display a message to telling you kind of, there's nothing here or whatever. So yeah, pretty much this is the end of the world as I know it, and I feel fine. These statues are a little confusing because in like the Nora lands they had statues like these, almost like these, as training dummies. So I might have accidentally hit one of them when I arrived at my first Banuk settlement in the game. Whoops. Okay, anyway. Thank you for being here. For watching the stream, for chatting, for lurking. And let's see if I can find someone to raid. And then maybe you can stay and check out whatever other stream I find that is on right now. Let's see. I'm wondering if Sinea is still... I think I'll try raiding Sinea again. Let's see. This is usually fairly late for her, so I don't know if she's doing a long stream today. She's derping around in Grand Theft Auto 5 right now. Or maybe it's just, her, going and, if she's ending, then I guess we can go alone with whoever she raids or whatever. So I hope it was fun for you. See you, bye-bye, and, see you tomorrow when I'll attempt to battle all the Fire Claws. Which will be very interesting. Because I feel totally underprepared for that.